Hey, welcome to the fourth episode of the series I'm doing, Live, Laugh, Love, Lakers. A little side note, let me tell y'all, man. Every time I think of the title, Live, Laugh, Love, Lakers, I'm hearing four L's. That just seems so like my body just wants to repel. I don't like it that it's four L's. And the reason I'm thinking this, let me tell y'all, my best friend, man, his name's Brighton, goes by Wiz Breezy. That's his rap name. He had a line in one of his songs. It was one of his first songs. It was something like, uh, "I don't rock with L's, so I never cop a Lexus. Fresher than a breath mint. Your girl, I'm on her sex list." So I just wanted to do a shout out to Wiz Breezy because that's hot. But I think about that every time I hear the four L's. But anyways, episode four. So Lakers had 3 games this week. They went 2-1. So let's start with the first one on the 12th. It was Lakers versus the Grizzlies. Pretty much the story with this game, Lakers ended up winning 115 to 105, but AD had a really good game. He had 35 and 9. The role players that showed out this game was Kuz and Trez. Kuz had 20 and 9, which is great. He's still attacking the glass really hard, and he's just playing. He's just playing really tough. He's hitting the shots when he takes them, and he's cutting to the rim, a lot of back cuts, and just he's just doing what he needs to do. So I'd love to see that. Trez had a pretty good game, like I said, 14 and 7 off the bench. You know what you're going to get from him every night. But really the story of the game was Braun. Braun he had a nice game. He had 28, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. But it's funny because it's almost like they were kind of chilling until about the second quarter. It was Dillon Brooks for the Grizzlies. Dillon Brooks said he was in LeBron's ear. He said something pissed him off, and you could just tell, man, he poked the bear. After this moment, Braun was chirping in his ear after every time he scored on him. He was talking to him while he was on the bench. I think it was in the third quarter. Braun went up to dunk on him and somebody else. He almost put him on a poster. He missed it, but he got fouled. But he was letting him know just how close he was to having him on that poster. So that was the story of the game. Dillon Brooks, thank you. I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter. I was tweeting about that game and I said thank you, Dillon Brooks, for giving Braun a reason to just go off. So that was that game. The next game, before I move on, something that I still am not understanding from our man Frank Vogel. We had pretty much the whole team active that game. Why is my boy THT only getting 6 minutes in that game? I mean, he was back to giving Wesley Matthews and Caruso and everybody else like 20-something minutes, and THT was down to 6. I really just don't understand the consistency with that, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we'll take what we can get, right? So the next game was the Lakers versus the Nuggets. So in this game, it was we had a scare. AD went down in the second quarter, and he was grabbing his Achilles, which we know he was out previous games, and they listed it as like Achilles. I think it was tendonitis. So when we see him grab his Achilles and walk back to the locker room, that is, terrifying. You had all of Lakers Twitter, tweeting, "Take my Achilles," and honestly, AD, if you're watching this, I would give that to you if you ever see this. If you ever need an Achilles, I got you. But luckily, we heard a few days later that it was no damage after the MRI and everything, and he just kind of re-aggravated it. But, he's probably going to be out a few weeks, for precaution. And I think they're looking at he'll come back after the All-Star break, which is I think like 4 weeks or so. But pretty much, Braun had a nice game. The game he had 22, 9 assists, 10 rebounds. Kuz had another great game, 19 and 8. He really stepped up when AD went out. THT got 25 minutes this game, so I don't know how you go from 6 to 25. I don't know, but whatever. He had 10 points, pretty good game. AD had 15 before he left, so he was on his way to another big game, which is what we needed. Because if y'all remember, a few weeks ago he played the Nuggets, and same matchup. You got Paul Millsap and JaMychal Green guarding you, and he had 13 points, I think. So it was good to see that he was back playing well. But really what we really just need to focus on is keeping our head above water these next few weeks and continue to win games. So we really need our role players. We need Kuz. We need Markieff Morris. Markieff Morris will now be in the lineup again now that AD's out. So we need these guys to step up so we can keep winning games and stay in that top three range, seeding wise, and just get to the All Star break so we can get our get AD back. And but this also gives a chance for Bron to really solidify his MVP race because without AD, he's gonna have to play at that level every night. So don't really have an option. So the next game was the Lakers versus the Grizzlies. No. It was the Lakers versus the Timberwolves. Excuse me. I'm sorry. This was last night actually. So this game was pretty entertaining. I mean, the Grizzlies are not a good team right now. They're probably gonna get another lottery pick this year. But it was still a fun game to watch because we don't have AD right now, so we're seeing what giving our role players bigger roles and see what they can do. I think Kuz started in his absence this game, but Bron had another great game. He had 30, 13 rebounds, 7 assists. Dennis Schroeder, he stepped up this game. He had 24. He did not play well the previous game, and even the previous game before that he didn't play well. But he had 24 this game, and he was cooking. He had it was one move, I think it was on the third quarter. He attacked the pick and roll, and he hits a little fake bounce pass and hit a little side mid range jumper, and it was smooth. And I think we can thank Chris Paul for that move. I remember seeing that for the first time a couple years back. It was several years back. I think it was like 2013, 2014 maybe. It was back when he played for the Clippers. Chris Paul hits that fake bounce pass and it's a little side mid range. It's too smooth. But so shout out to Dennis Schroeder, and then our boy Trez had 17 off the bench, so he played well. Like I said, what you're gonna get from him. But so what really happened in this game was it was back and forth a lot until about the fourth quarter. Lakers started to pull away. I think we got like a 12-point lead, 15 point lead in the fourth quarter. And the rookie Anthony Edwards, he had. Oh, by the way, I know everybody's seen it on Twitter, man. Anthony Edwards hits the three in Bron's face. Everybody going crazy. I can't tell you how many of my friends hit me up like, "Oh, you see that?" Because they try to be. They know I love Bron and they Bron haters, but I'm like, it is what it is, man. It's the league. People hit threes. People get crossed. People get dunked on. It's just part of the game. But like I said, it was within the last 5 minutes of the game. And Anthony Edwards actually hit 3 threes, like pretty much back to back to back, and it closed the lead to 5 points. So, anyways, next they get a stop, and the next time down, Anthony Edwards splits the double team between I think Dennis and KCP, and he attacks the rim, and but LeBron steps up, and he's a rookie, so he ain't gonna be thinking about this. His mindset is, oh, I got Bron stepping up to me. I'm gonna try to dunk on him. I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna take it to him. But Bron, being the high, intelligent player that he is, he steps up and takes that charge, and it goes the other way. And that was, that really stopped their momentum. The next play down, or one of the next plays down, I know it was like 50 seconds left. And Bron almost loses the ball and then takes a very casual fadeaway mid-range jumper and hits it to pretty much ice the game. So that was that game. We went 2-1, which ain't bad considering we lost Anthony Davis, and we took a loss to the Nuggets, which is we know is a tough team. But when you have someone like that go down, and it looks like a serious injury. It's gonna take some air out of you. You're gonna be kind of bummed out the rest of the game. So. That loss, it's understandable. But overall, we played well, and I would say these. My man Kuzma is playing great these last couple of games. So I feel okay, even though Anthony Davis will be out for another 3 or 4 weeks. I feel okay because I know our guys are gonna step up. So, anyways, shout out our role players once again. Bron's still chasing that MVP, which. The only other person who I think they might give it to is either Joel Embiid, because Sixers I think they're either 1 or 2 seed right now in the East, and he's playing great. He's averaging like 28 and 12 or something like that. And then Jokic is playing great too, but Jokic is their record's like 15 and 11 or something like that. So if they're not a top 4 seed, I can't see them giving it to them. But so I think Bron is definitely on his way to solidifying this MVP this year. And we just gotta keep our head above water and wait till our boy AD gets back, and then we can really put it together and make a run for this next championship. So that's what I got for you this week. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see y'all next week.